Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Weekly Reads, where I talk about the books that I read in the past week and the ones that I'm reading currently. So basically, before I start, maybe this might be the second last or the last Weekly Reads with this particular backdrop. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not very sure, because next week is when I'm actually moving. So I don't know if I'll be able to film and edit Weekly Reads, because as I say, you can kind of schedule Sunday videos, but you cannot schedule weekly reads because it's something impromptu, and I generally film it right then and there, edit it and post it. So yeah, that's that. So let's see. But the point is, I hope you don't miss this background so much. And I don't know, like I'll let you know more on my Sunday video on how things go, basically. Okay, cool, let's get on to the video and let's talk about the books that I read in the past week. The first book that I read in the past week, I finished reading in the past week, was Invisible Women by Caroline Perez. Basically, this book is about the data bias in the world and how there is this huge data bias with respect to whatever is man, like whatever is made for a man is universal, and whatever is made for a woman is atypical. And this kind of holds true, because if you've lived your life as a woman for a very long time, then you know that there are a lot of things that are actually made for men as compared to women, and there's a lot of like data bias in general. I really like this book a lot, and it is kind of a must read. I would recommend it, considering that women's stage is like went, but maybe I but I recommend it. Like, it should be something that should be read by everyone in order to understand the data gap in general. I think the only thing that I would have preferred to see in the book would be more from the trans community, like trans women or the intersex community, to understand how does this kind of data bias affect them. I'm 100% sure that if the data gap between people with XX and XY chromosome would be like very high, then the data gap between the LGBTQ community and women as well, who identify themselves as XX chromosome, would be like super huge. Okay, so I wish that could have been included, but I've heard that the author is kind of a tough, because I don't know. Anyway, this is for another, this is a debate for another video. But getting to the next topic, and that is Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss. So basically, this was an impromptu read for me. It's a pretty short read, and the reason I got interested in this particular subject, I mean, I've always been interested in the subject, but it basically talks about past life regression and kind of using hypnotherapy and hypnosis in general in order to help the patient overcome their anxiety and their fears. So it's very interesting, because I don't know, like in this particular book, the author, Dr. Brian Weiss, he talks about his experience with the whole situation, like how he would not believe in this mumbo jumbo, and then later on, like when he actually got a patient who actually through hypnotherapy went into talking about past lives in very much detail, he just felt like, okay, you know what, maybe there's something that science cannot understand. It's a very nice read. I think it's actually I think it's like more of a spiritual read than a scientific read. Many people get into this trying to understand how hypnotherapy works or how past life regression works on a scientific front, but I think this book should be read on a spiritual front, and I ended up giving it 4 stars because this is something I was looking for. I really enjoyed reading the book, and if this is something that interests you, then you should read it as well. So that's that. Now let's get to the books that I'm reading currently. The first book that I am done with like 70% already. I think I only have 80 pages left now, and that's The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I'm loving this book so far. Basically, I had started reading this book when the Brian Weiss book, that's Many Lives, Many Masters, came off hold, and it kind of has parallels, because that's like non-fiction and it talks about like hypnosis and past life regression, and this book is about Nora, who actually dies, and then she is basically sent to a midnight library where things happen. Okay, so kind of like there are a lot of parallels. This kind of like is a very enjoyable read, and I also like Matt Haig as a writer because he kind of is like this kind of, I don't know, like he tries to give you this therapeutic spiritual answers to things, but he's actually not doing that as well. Like it's very very um, I don't know, like it's in MPI terms, it's like he not only caters to the NF people, but he also caters to the STs very easily. So I like that part about the Midnight Library. So yeah, that's that. The next book that I'm reading currently is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm not reading this, you know, continuously. I'm reading it pretty occasionally, maybe because I have another audiobook going on right now. But so far, whatever I've read, I like it. I like the memoir of this fictional band, and it's like something that I recommend. But if you want to read it on audio, because there are like 6-7 different cast members who are actually like playing the parts of those different band members in the book. Okay, so yeah, that's that. And the next book that I'm reading currently is Hunger by Roxane Gay. So this is I'm reading this as a part of the Consciousness Rising book club, which is actually a book club run by Smriti from Santalit. And yeah, it's, I mean, we are just like a nice bunch of people who kind of read a lot of books. And this book, Hunger, is actually regarding Roxane Gay's own life. Like, if you've never read Roxane Gay, like me, like I had never read Roxane Gay, but I was looking forward to read something by her, and I finally could read Hunger. It talks about weight issues. It talks about body shaming because because she was an overweight child because of an issue, and you will get to know why was she overweight when you read the book. But it's a very powerful book. I think this is going to be like 4 or 5 stars easily, like right away it's 4 stars, but I think I'm going to be breaking down at the end of it, so let's see how that happens. And yeah, Roxane Gay, I highly recommend it. And the last book that I'm reading, and I'm reading it kind of like I don't know, like once in 2 days, you know, and this is for the group read with Paula from Draw Book, for Wizard of the Crow by Ngugi O Thiong'o, who's a Kenyan writer. So this is basically like a Kenyan political commentary. It's like a satire on Kenya and its ruling party. And he wrote this book when he was in jail. So that's very interesting. And it's kind of different as compared to the books I generally tend to read. Like I generally tend to read like books which are like non-fiction in this regard, not fictional satire ones, you know. But it's interesting and I like it so far, and I really love the political commentary because it kind of like you know, tries to get a lot of West African nuances, I would say, like a lot of nuances which you see in Kenya or Nigeria or like something that's common to those countries, you know, including voodoo and, you know, these kind of elements of black magic basically into that satirical form of writing. So yeah, this is also nice. It's a nice read for sure. So yeah, that's it. And yes, I'm hoping that this is not the last one. I hope to be filming weekly next week, and I hope to see you on my Sunday video. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. The next 2 weeks are going to be super busy for me, but I hope to be back, like, you know, on a mid-weekly basis to let you know what am I reading currently, and I hope I get the chance to read. Okay, cool. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my Sunday report. Bye.